heroism in the world of pro wrestling, whether it's within his character, which preaches rising above hatred, or in his public appearances, where he always presents himself as a kind, wise, and polite individual. But even the best of humans are not immune. But before we dive into that, don't forget to give our channel a chance by subscribing, leaving your thumbs up, and clicking the bell icon. And with that said, let's get into the content. Number 5. Chris Masters. Chris Masters began his WWE career with expectations for him to become a future star within the organization. Much of this expectation was solely due to his extremely eye-catching physique, as his microphone and in-ring skills were nothing more than average. With Cena, we just never really clicked for whatever reason. It was always odd. I don't know if it's him being me being a West Coast guy and him being a Northwest type dude. I don't know. He didn't really look out for me. I don't think he was ever particularly fond of me. I don't know if he questioned my work ethic or what it was, or if there was some kind of issue. We just kind of never got along. This poor relationship also translated into the ring. As Masters said in the same interview, I just don't think John was too big on working with me at the time, and I think it was just a little more difficult for us to have good matches with each other. With Cena and me, I don't know, it just felt like we never got a good rhythm in terms of our work, and that's probably my fault. Anyway, it's hard to say for sure. I just remember that sometimes Cena had voiced his displeasure in my work. After an auspicious start, Masters gradually lost ground on the programs until he was released from WWE. Number 4. Chavo Guerrero. As of his in-ring abilities. For Chavo, all the commercial success and exposure Cena received are due to his microphone skills and his ability to sell products. In an interview, Chavo had this to say about the former champion. If Cena breaks the great Ric Flair's 16-time champ record, I will never watch wrestling again. I call a boycott of Cena matches if he does. How many of you are tired of John Cena being champion? Don't get all excited, it's just a question. Wow, it's an overwhelming tired of Cena response. It's not me, it's all the fans. I could literally retweet hundreds of tired responses. Now my opinion, Cena is better than me on the mic, but I could out-wrestle Cena with my eyes closed and one hand tied behind my back. Truth. To make matters worse, when Chavo made these criticisms, he was in TNA, where he couldn't even showcase his talent on the biggest stage in the world. In my opinion, this adds a bit of bitterness to his criticism. What do you think? Leave your opinion in the comments. Number 3. Ryback. Ryback was another name that came with the expectation of becoming one of the greats in the world of pro wrestling, but ended up falling by the wayside. Ryback's departure from WWE clearly generated a feeling of bitterness in the former athlete, as practically all of his comments towards the company and its members were extremely negative, particularly during a program where Cena consistently belittled Ryback's intelligence and dominated their verbal exchanges. He publicly aired his grievances against the company, with Cena becoming the primary target of his frustration. Ryback's resentment towards Cena escalated during interviews following his departure from WWE, where he accused Cena of being disrespectful and detrimental to the wrestling industry. Ryback claimed that Cena had a pattern of backstage behavior where he would undermine and bury other wrestlers against him, ultimately souring their relationship. In one interview, Ryback shifted his focus from Cena's impact on the wrestling industry to his character as a person. He recounted an incident where a WWE wrestler accidentally poked Cena in the eye, resulting in Cena allegedly attempting to sabotage the wrestler's career by complaining backstage. Another anecdote Ryback shared involved a fan who wanted Cena to meet his son, but Cena's dismissive response painted him in a negative light. Through these interviews, Ryback portrayed Cena as not only a rival within the wrestling world, but also as someone with questionable character and behavior outside of the ring. Despite Wade Barrett, but not all his success could save him from ill feelings towards the company's top name. He has been the face for 10 years, and he's really good at what he does, but everyone knows that I don't like John Cena, and he doesn't like me either. You're right, he does get booed by a lot of fans, a lot of people don't like him, but he sells a lot more t-shirts and other merchandise than anyone else. So there are a lot of people out there who like him too, Either way, everyone has an opinion about him. I respect that. Personally, I don't like him, and he doesn't like me. We are not friends, Barrett explained to DNA India in 2017. Number 1. Alex Riley. Riley's career in WWE will always be somewhat tied to John Cena, as his moment of greatest popularity came when he was The Miz's assistant in his rivalry with John Cena. The rift between John Cena and Alex Riley reportedly began with backstage jokes made by Cena about Riley, which Riley took offense to, causing tension between the two. Despite this, Riley was initially slated for a significant push in WWE, garnering fan support after breaking away from The Miz and receiving opportunities to compete against Cena. However, Riley's momentum hit a roadblock when he botched a spot in the Royal Rumble match in 2011, leading to Cena being eliminated in an unplanned manner. Despite this setback, Riley entered a program with Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship, but failed to capture the title. His subsequent disappearance from WWE television was attributed to a hip injury, and upon his return, he struggled to regain momentum and was underutilized. While Cena has faced criticism for allegedly hindering the careers of young talents, it's noted that Vince McMahon ultimately decides the direction of wrestlers' pushes. Some argue that Riley's burial shouldn't solely be attributed to Cena, as McMahon may have been dissatisfied with Riley's in-ring performances. Despite support from wrestling fans and fellow wrestlers, Riley's career failed to reach the heights initially predicted for him. While some sympathize with Riley's plight, Cena largely escaped direct blame due to his status as WWE's top star and the reluctance of others to confront him. The situation underscores the complex dynamics within WWE and the challenges faced by wrestlers in navigating backstage politics and the whims of company management.